The finale of Layla's story hits hard, not just because of the shocking twists, but because it makes you rethink everything that came before. At its core, the ending is about truth finally catching up and how the past refuses to stay buried. For most of the show, we believe that Walter, Layla's adoptive father, is the good guy. He saved her from her abduction, raised her, and gave her a second chance at life. But in the finale, all of that comes crashing down. Layla, chasing the mystery of Alicia's disappearance, starts digging through old memories and guest records. She sees that Thomas, Walter's brother, was in Granaz around the time of her own kidnapping. That little detail sets off alarm bells and makes her suspect Thomas is behind everything. So she confronts Thomas, and just when it seems like he might be hiding something, she finds Louise's phone in his house, proof that something shady is going on. It turns out Thomas had been having an affair with Louise before she died, but he's not the monster Layla's looking for. Things take a dark turn when Thomas shows up at Layla's place. She tries to call for help, but he knocks her out. And the next thing we know, she's back in that glass cage, the same one she was locked in as a child. Alicia is in there too. At this point, Layla thinks it must be Thomas who did this. But when the lights come on, it's not Thomas standing there, it's Walter. And that changes everything. Turns out, Walter wasn't her rescuer. He was her original kidnapper. The man she trusted, loved, and called Dad was the same man who took her from her real mother and locked her in a cage all those years ago. Even worse, he did the same to Alicia. His twisted ritual of cutting hair to tie fishing lures reveals how long this darkness has been brewing inside him. We also get a clearer picture of Walter's backstory. He grew up with a violent father and a distant mother, which warped his view of love and control. In his mind, Layla was special, different from his other victims. He tells her that she fascinated him and that he thought of himself as her savior. That's why he let her live and adopted her. But now that she's getting too close to the truth, he can't let her go. Meanwhile, Thomas starts sensing something's not right. When he comes back to check on Layla, Walter tries to play it cool and lies about her condition. But Thomas finds a dead body in her room and finally sees the full picture. He calls for backup and rushes to find her. Back in the cage, Layla figures out the horrible truth. Walter also killed her biological mother and Louise. As he gets ready to kill Alicia, Layla sacrifices her own safety to stop him, smashing her head against the glass to distract him. It's raw, desperate, and heartbreaking. Thomas shows up just in time. Walter tries to manipulate him into pulling the trigger, but Thomas refuses to give him that power. Instead, he arrests his brother, finally bringing this nightmare to an end. Alicia is saved, Saeed is reunited with his daughter, and Layla is free. But even after all that, Layla isn't done. She visits Walter in prison and demands to know where the other girls are. Walter gives her another cryptic emotional speech about their shared past and their favorite fishing spot. He still tries to act like they share a bond. Layla doesn't give him the satisfaction. She signals the guards to take him away. Authorities search the fishing spot and find the remains of Walter's victims. That moment finally brings closure, not just for Layla, but for the families of the girls who were never found. The series closes with Layla driving away. She's not the same person she was at the beginning. She's stronger but scarred, free but carrying the weight of everything she's learned. The past may have shaped her, but now she gets to choose her own future. And that's what makes the ending so powerful. It's not just about catching the bad guy. It's about survival, identity, and reclaiming your life, even after the worst kind of betrayal.